Okay, I am back with part 2 of our lecture this evening. So we're going to talk about product research. And product research explores a really wide range of things, but is very beneficial to your overall marketing plan for whatever your product might be. So first up, opportunities and gaps that may exist for improving existing products or introducing new ones. So it's something for your company to capitalize on, or you maybe as an entrepreneur to capitalize on. If you see something that has a gap or is doing really well, but you might be able to do a little bit better, you can capitalize on that with your marketing. And concept testing is, do you have testing that you can prove that shows how great your product is? Sizing the market for a product. So are similar products already out there? Sizing, like going out and seeing what's already there, what's available, how you can do it better. Is there something that you can add to yours? Things like that. Market penetration. So how are you getting out there? Are you able to flood the market with your product? Are you able to see it in lots of different places? That is penetration. Prioritizing product features and preferences. So making sure that you're highlighting the features and the preferences that you think that your consumers want, making sure those are the forefront of your marketing. Resting product effectiveness. Customer receptivity, that's a big word. So are customers receptive to what you are selling, what you're putting out there? Do they believe you? Are they interested in trying it? Is it something brand new and you can convince them to do that? Or is it just something very similar to something that's already out there and you're able to convince them to try your brand rather than one that they've been using before? User testing, do you have that? Have you had a sample of people go out and test your product to make sure that it is working how you are portraying it to do? Pricing strategies, product naming, and branding. So this is very, very big. Obviously, you need a name that's going to be memorable and catchy, something that people are going to recognize. Branding is part of that, right? You need a logo that makes sense and portrays what it is that you guys are offering, as well as something that is eye-catching. So for instance, there's so many logos out there that we just know right off the bat. You wouldn't even have to see the wording of the company to go along with the logo. Nike, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, the list goes on and on. Target. You see that logo and you know what it is without even reading it. So can you create something like that that's going to be long-lasting for your brand? How to position a product relative to competitors. So how do you make your product stand out? Positioning is all about not only positioning yourself online, on websites and commercials, but in stores. How do you position yourself in a store on an online space to make you stand out? All right, marketing, advertising, and promotion research. So this area of research seeks to improve the effectiveness and research of marketing activities such as market segmentation, messaging and communications, advertising and media testing, events and sponsorships, packaging and display testing. So that research has a lot all capsulized in one category. So let's kind of break it down one by one. So to improve the effectiveness of, market segmentation. What area, remember your segmentation is what area of the market do you belong in? Food, auto, retail, whatever it might be. Messaging and communication. So how you are getting direct messages out to your consumers. We all know we get flooded with emails from retailers that we've bought online from, right? But are people actually reading those? I know personally I probably deleted over 50 today when I cleaned out my personal mailbox online because I just don't have time to open those. So how are you communicating and messaging effectively? Now, if I got something, we also, another kind of old school way to think about this is the little mailers you get in the mail. Now, if Kohl's sends me a mailer, I know that I have a coupon in there, so I'm looking at that and I'm paying attention. The emails, not so much, but that's just me. But Kohl's knows that people are looking for those in-hand coupons, right? You also can sign up for text message alerts through Kohl's. So that's another way that they're messaging and contacting their customers. So you have to find that niche. In our society today, there are thousands of ways to do that. You have to find what's going to work for your customer that keeps coming back and being a repeat buyer. Advertising and media testing. So what is it that you can improve? Remember, this is all about how you improve those things. So what has worked for you in the past? Maybe what's working well for your competitors? What do your consumers like to see? Do they want to see TV commercials? Do they want to hear about you on the radio? It's all about what's going to improve that. Events and sponsorships. So do you host big events? Are you sponsoring big events? Think about, sports and charity events, things like that. So are there things that tie your name to different events that your consumers will then see? And then finally, we have packaging and display testing. So how can you improve your packaging and your display? Remember, sometimes I think packaging can be misleading. So we want to make sure that we are designing something that very well tells what our product is, as well as helps it stand out. All right, corporate research. Corporate research investigates corporate reputation and opportunities for strengthening an organization's position in the market through brand building, research and development, mergers and acquisitions, corporate planning, and profitability. So that is all on the corporate level. Building their brand. How are they doing the research and development? Does that need to be changed up? Strategic partnership. So strategically partnering with another company or brand to help you out in the long run. And then planning and profitability. That's all very long term. For a strategic plan, planning how much you believe you're going to be profitable and what you need to bring in to be able to keep turning that over. Okay, so questions to ask when doing market research. So, who is my customer? We talked week 2 about making sure we know who our demographic is. Male, female, age, gender, interests, right? There's so many categories that you can put a customer in, but we need to know those things in order to reach our target market the best that we can. What problems is the customer trying to solve with a given purchase? So, no matter what it is it a beauty product? Is it something you're using to help your child practice for a certain sport? Are you buying food? Are you buying some type of cookware that's going to help you in the kitchen because you love to cook and bake? So what is it that you're trying to solve or even better your life with that product? What does the consumer desire in the way of satisfaction? So what is it that tells you that you are satisfied with that purchase? What kind of outcome are you looking for? How does the consumer get information about available choices? So how do you, as the consumer, look and see what's out there when it comes to making a decision about a certain type of product? Are you looking at a store's website? Are you reading reviews online? Are you doing just a Google search? Are you getting on Amazon and scrolling through all the different products? So how is it that you, the consumer, are making your choice about which brand to buy? Where does the consumer choose to purchase? So online, in-store, through a sales representative. There's all kinds of options. So how do you choose to do that? Why does the consumer buy and why not? Is the price too much? Did you not like the product the first time? Does it have bad reviews and that swayed your purchase? Maybe it has great reviews and that's why you bought it. Maybe you feel it's a good price. Maybe it's on sale. Okay, so why do you choose to buy or not buy? When do you purchase? So are you purchasing at a certain time of the year? Do you do most of your shopping morning, noon, evening, around a certain holiday, when the weather is nice? There's all kinds of different options. But when do you decide to choose to purchase? I would bet that there's a lot of online purchasing going on right now. I know myself, I've done a few of those because we can't go out into the store to buy things. So we're probably doing a little bit of shopping online from time to time. And then how does the consumer go about seeking satisfaction in the market? So what is it that you decide makes you satisfied with your product? Okay, so the next slide is a graphic about the market research process. So make sure that you guys are viewing that, okay? It just breaks it down step by step. All right, so I'm going to stop my recording here and I'll be back in a second. We'll talk about secondary research.